Hey everyone, it's VoiceOver Tink here. Thank you so much for being here, wherever you're watching from. I spent a lot of time this week designing my very first Patreon rewards for my patrons, which is what I'm doing here. And oh my gosh, I am so crazy excited. If you have watched either of my previous vlogs here on YouTube, you'll know that I recently opened my Patreon, so this is actually my first month designing rewards for my patrons, which means so much to me in so many different ways. So I have a postcard and a sticker club, and then I also have various tiers that get digital rewards, like here I'm actually designing some printable stationery that all my patrons have access to. So I actually went with a Mediterranean Moroccan theme because I'm here in the UK, and while things are starting to open up, I guess is the best possible description of it, I personally won't be travelling anywhere for a very long time. So yeah, I just wanted to escape a little bit, and where better to escape to than to a beautiful Mediterranean town with a little tiger friend. So yeah, that's where my inspiration came from. I hope you like them, and I especially hope you like them if you are one of my patrons. I'm so pleased with how they came out. I think they're super cute, especially these teeny tiny little tigers. I can't get over how cute they are. Yes, so again, just to summarise, I have tiger stickers. We have these Mediterranean inspired postcards and the printable stationery. And then the phone background as well, which I can't show you now because I'm currently filming on my phone because, yeah, just starting out. But I am actually buying a camera, so my vlogs are going to be way better quality, which I'm sure will be a relief to some of you. I'm just going to get a second-hand camera on eBay because why not? Yeah, I'm really pleased with how the Patreon rewards came out. I'm really hoping that my patrons love them. So this is a great opportunity for me to say the biggest, shiniest, most flamboyant thank you in the whole wide world to my wonderful, beautiful patrons. I really can't thank you enough for supporting me on Patreon. It enables me to make personal work like this that I just wouldn't get the chance to do normally. I'm going to put the link in the description to my Patreon if you want to check it out. If not, totally fine. These are challenging times. Honestly, just by watching this vlog, you are supporting me in my work. So, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful to my patrons. I'm really, really thankful. I know that through the magic of digital editing, that probably only looked like 30 seconds worth of footage, but I've spent the last 3 or 4 days packing up these seconds print packs, which a few of you have definitely asked me to restock. Yeah, so just in case you haven't seen them before, they're lightly damaged prints in packs of 3, and I sell the pack of 3 for less than the cost of 1 normal print in my shop. Yeah, they've got like minor printing errors or slightly damaged corners, things like that. But they're all things that my standard is they're all things that I would hang on my own wall. And the reason I haven't been able to restock them is obviously I need to do another order of prints, and I need that to come in and for some of them to be damaged in order to restock these. But yeah, I now have some damaged prints, so it's your lucky day, I guess. Also, by the way, I completely got this idea from Lee Ellickson, who, if you're on YouTube watching my vlog, I can fairly confidently say that you've probably watched some of her amazing vlogs as well. She's one of my favourite artists, and this was totally her idea, so yes, thank you to Lee for this wonderful idea. I always say it's really funny that I basically make my living from selling paper, but the tricky thing about paper is it's really difficult to store without damaging at least a few, and I can fairly safely say when I do a print order, maybe 5% of all the prints I order are damaged in posting when they get to me. So yeah, just a little tip that if you are thinking of setting up your own business, or if you do run your own business, a little reminder to make sure that you are actually building those costs into all your margins, because that is a cost of ordering prints, is that you pay for 100 and you can only use 95 or however many it actually is. Yeah. And I'm going to put these up in my shop, so yeah. Would you just look at how rainbowy these are? I can't cope. I'm slightly obsessed. Wow, look at it go! Okay, I'll stop now. So, you may be wondering, Tink, what kind of person are you? And I'm pleased to be able to answer that question today. I just spent the last hour trimming my paper so that it's a usable size and organising it so that when I pack my orders, they look like a rainbow. So, I guess that should tell you all you need to know. Hey friends, so I just wanted to chat to you a little bit today about failure. I have always been an overachiever. I struggle to not tie my self-worth in with things that I've done or made, or just I'm very goal-driven and achievement-driven, and I think that's definitely still where a lot of my self-worth comes from, is from doing things and doing them well. And if you don't know anything about me, I have had anxiety and depression for as long as I can remember, and I'm fortunate enough that it's now something that I am managing. I'm definitely in recovery, and I actually started drawing therapy 4 years ago when I had a nervous breakdown. So I've been on this real journey of self-discovery and, on a more basic level, just trying to figure out like what my baseline is as a person, and try to learn to appreciate myself, and something that I've been working on for a really long time is trying to get to a place where I feel like I have intrinsic value instead of just achieving things. Anyway, that's a really long-winded way of saying that I really struggle with failure and with not seeing things through, and I often do that to my own detriment, and I will force myself to do things that make me uncomfortable, or that I'm pushing myself too far, just because the thought of being seen to have not completed something is really awful to me. But as I said, it's definitely something I'm working on. So at the start of lockdown, I started a positive newsletter called The Nice Times. I did it at a time when I really needed to be able to focus on positive news and good things, and again, if you know anything about me and my work, I am very much all about focusing on the positives, and not just that, but really finding the positives in what can seem like a really desperate situation, which is that is a place that feels very familiar to me, is not being able to see the good in the situation at all, and having to find it anyway. So I was really excited to start this positive newsletter, and as I said, I started it because I needed to see the good in that situation. The world felt like it was falling apart to me, it was crumbling around me, and I really needed to be able to focus on the amazing things that human beings were doing in the face of a global health crisis, and so many other things. And as time has gone on, I have begun to find it stressful running it. I actually studied journalism at university, and I was doing it in a master's degree when I had my nervous breakdown. And for some reason, when I was starting this newsletter, the fact that I was going to be writing didn't feel daunting to me, but it's definitely something that over the last few months has become really stressful. And so the reason I guess I'm talking to you about this all today is because I'm going to be stopping my positive newsletter. And this has been really hard because, again, I don't want to feel like I've failed. I don't want the world to know that I've kind of like publicly declared I'm going to do this thing, and then it's like, oh, I'm not going to do it, you know. I think that fear of coming across as flaky is also, I really don't like that either, because I'm a very committed, loyal person, and I just don't like being perceived as flaky, I guess. So yeah, it's been a really hard decision, but like so many other people, my anxiety has been running rampant recently. I think it's actually been worse over the last month than it was at the start of the pandemic for one reason or another. And I originally started drawing as therapy, as I mentioned earlier. So for me, the last month has been really about practicing what I preach. I give talks on creativity and motivation and carving out a life that you love, and I think over the last couple of months it's been hard for me to follow my own advice with regard to this positive newsletter that stopped bringing me joy, basically. But I am not going to be doing it anymore, and I know that that's going to give me some anxiety about what people are going to think, but the logical conclusion for me is to stop doing it, and to focus on things that I'm really enjoying, like this YouTube channel, which has been such a source of joy for me. I love documenting my process. I love talking to you guys about my process and life, the universe and everything. So this is a very, very long-winded way of saying I am regrouping, and I'm going to refocus on the things that bring me joy, will further my career, which brings me joy, and that don't exhaust me. And that's the point that I've got to with the newsletter. So I'm going to be sending out on Monday, if you are subscribed, the final one. I've decided I'm going to do a final one, and I'm going to kind of sign off and say thanks, and also say, you know, if you do want to carry on subscribing and get occasional life updates from me, then that's fine. But yeah, I'm moving on to, for me at least, better things, which feels good. It feels scary, but good. As I said earlier, I think it's so important to not just go along with the ride, and to constantly evaluate not only just the job that you're in and the work that you do, but the life that you have for yourself. And if anything has become obvious to me over the last few years, going through all this turmoil with my mental health, it's definitely been that I need to prioritise my own happiness, and that there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I am going to wrap up this vlog here. need to get editing because I'm still fairly new to video editing, this consistently at least, so I'm very rusty and it's very much a work in progress, which is totally fine. And also the first vlog, when I uploaded it to YouTube, it was uploading for 24 hours because our Wi-Fi is so bad here at the moment. It's so freaking bad. Anyway, yes, thank you so much for watching, and thanks to my patrons, and please let me know if you have any questions or what kind of content you want to see from me. I'm going to be putting out a new vlog every week on Thursday. This is my plan, and I'm going to try as hard as I can to stick to it. So hopefully see you next Thursday. Yeah. See you on Thursday, that's better. Okay, bye. Oh, I need to get out of the house.